little Sezane order to share with you today. I haven't even unboxed it, so this is going to be a true first impressions. I ordered just 4 items. There were a couple that had been on my wish list for a while, and this took 2 weeks to get to me. So I'm very eager to finally see these items in person, try them on with you, and see what we think. There's a little sneak peek for you of what's inside. It's a little bit of a random order. There were just a couple of items that had been coming soon for ages, and there's one item from the collaboration. I can't pronounce the name, but you know the one, the most recent one, and then a jacket as well. Okay, let's start off with this first little parcel. We have 2 items in here. Let's start out with the collaboration piece that I ordered. This was the only piece from the collaboration that really spoke to me. It reminds me of the Bethany cardigan from a few years ago, that it's a little bit longer than the Betty, but it has this collar, and then obviously it has the really pretty cross-stitch kind of details on it that are reminiscent of the collaboration pieces. I did like the collaboration as a whole, but this was the only item that I liked enough to order it to try. I just think it's very cutesy, pretty, and I like that the details are also on the back as well as on the front. That's a nice touch. I believe this will be 100%, yeah, this is 100% merino wool. I picked it up in a size large because I wanted it to be just a little bit looser rather than my true size, which is usually a medium in Sezane knit. So let me try this one on straight away and we can see what we think. Okay, I've got the cardigan on. I don't love it, unfortunately. I don't know, it's one of those items that I prefer on the hanger to, yeah, on the hanger compared to on the body. It just feels a little bit too twee when I've got it on. It looks, I don't know, I'm looking in the viewfinder and I think it looks really bad actually. I do really like all the details though. I love the cross stitch kind of pattern. It's more of a subtle take on the collaboration. It was quite granny-ish, quite bold, in like a very folksy way, and I felt like this one was a little bit more wearable, being mostly like an ecru background with just those hints of the cross-stitch detail on it, but I really don't like it. I don't like the fit actually. It's like a weird tight but loose fit. It's kind of in between the two, and I just don't think it's very flattering. I don't like the cream colour. Maybe I would prefer it if it was in a more, a brighter or more saturated colour. But yeah, I don't think I'll be keeping this one, unfortunately. I really did like it on the website, but it's just expectations versus reality with this one is not very good. So let's move quickly on to the next item. The next item I wanted to try is this cute little blouse. This is just quite a simple piece from Sezane, but I really liked the detail on this one in particular. I like the length as well. It looks like it's going to sit a little bit shorter than your standard blouse length. I got this in a 40. It has lots of pretty like eyelet details. I like the fairly simple neckline on this one. I don't like all of the high necks and like the frill necks that they do on a lot of their blouses. I like that this one was quite simple at the neck, but all of the detail is also on the back as well, which again doesn't always happen with their blouses. So on first impressions, I have quite high hopes for this. I like the blousey kind of puff sleeves as well, but they do come in at the wrists, which I always think is quite a nice detail. So yeah, I'm optimistic, but again, you never know until you try it on. So let's try this one on. This one is much more up my street compared to the cardigan. I think this is very cute. I think this is very wearable as well. Could be easily layered under vests, sweater vests, or like gilets, things like that, because it is a little bit on the shorter side. I think all of the details are super pretty. Look at this detail here, and then you've got the eyelets, you've got the blousey sleeves, a little puff on the shoulder, and then it does finish sort of just at the waistband really of my high-waisted jeans. So it's definitely a little bit cropped, but not too cropped, which I really like. And I like the fit as well. It's a little bit loose without being too big. It still feels fairly kind of formed to the body, but not too tight. It's got loads of pretty details. I really love it. I think it's a very special blouse. I love the sleeves. I think they're really flattering. It's a slight bracelet sleeve, so you've got a little bit of wrist on show, so you can definitely have a few nice bracelets or a watch with this as well, and it doesn't cover them, which I like. Yeah, I really like this one. I'll have to decide whether I need it or I want to keep it in my wardrobe, but on first impressions, I think it's very cute. Okay, next up we have the 2 items I was actually most excited about, so we've saved the best till last. I've got a knit in here, which you can probably tell which one this is. And then I also have a jacket to share. I'm going to start with the jacket because hopefully I can just pop it over the top I have it on now and I won't need to change. So this is the Mia jacket in the suede. Now, if you saw my last Sezane haul, you saw that I tried the burgundy leather version of this. I did order it in a size too big because I did size up, and you definitely don't need to size up in this jacket. It is already pretty oversized. I was a little bit disappointed as well with the colour of the burgundy one. It definitely wasn't as saturated or rich as the colour on the website. It was more of like a faded, washed out purple rather than a rich burgundy, and I was really looking for that rich burgundy. So I sent that one back. Then I saw they brought it out in a suede, and I'm also looking for the perfect kind of waist length, cropped but not too cropped suede jacket. And this is one that, you know, it does in theory tick all the boxes, but I'm just not sure what it's going to be like on. On first impressions, I do like it. It feels maybe a little bit thinner than I was expecting, but not thin enough to feel bad quality, if that makes sense. So I got this one in a size down. I got this, well, I got it in my usual size of 40, but it's a size down from the leather one that I tried, which I got in a 42, and it was huge. So yeah, definitely go, well, probably true to size, but we'll see if I need to get a 38 in this, because I was umming and ahhing between the two, because I was like, do I go for my regular size, so it's a little bit oversized, or do I size down, because I know it runs a bit big. Went with the 40 in the end, but we'll see if that was the right decision. I will say straight out of the box, there's a very strong suede leather smell. I know some people like that and some people really don't, so that's something just to bear in mind. The leather one didn't smell, but this one smells quite strong. I don't mind the smell personally. It's quite nice. Okay, so it's definitely smaller than the 42, obviously. It still feels just a little bit too big for me. It's not what I envisage when I think of a cropped, not cropped, but like a regular sort of waist length, hip length jacket rather than something long line. I don't imagine it fitting like this. Maybe I should have sized down, but I think I might need to realise that this doesn't have the fit I'm looking for, because it's just too boxy. It's definitely too boxy. I don't really like it. I don't like the shoulders. The shoulders don't feel like they actually fit. Obviously, it is a drop shoulder, but that's not really the look I'm going for. I want something that's not too fitted, but also doesn't have this kind of slouchy vibe. Yeah, this is not it, unfortunately. I'm really disappointed because I was really hoping that this would be my answer to a suede jacket, because I like the colour. I like the colour. I like that it's not too cool or too warm. It's sort of somewhere in between. I feel like it's quite a versatile colour to pair with anything, really. I feel like it would go with a lot of things. I like the pockets. I like the tortoiseshell buttons. They're really nice. I do like the quality overall. I'm not in love with the fit. I think it's just a little bit too loose around here. I want something that's maybe just a little bit more fitted, but not too fitted, which I don't know if that actually exists, but I will keep hunting, and if I find anything that is a good alternative, I'll let you know. I might go out actually and try that mint velvet one. If you read my newsletter, I posted about a mint velvet version of this jacket, which is slightly cheaper and comes in 5 different colours. So I might go to mint velvet, see if they have it in store so I don't have to order it, and then try it on and see if it fits in the way I'm hoping it does, because I don't know, this one I just don't think is right, unfortunately. Okay, and last but not least is the jumper that really started the order. This is the jumper that I was waiting for. This was coming soon. You guys might have seen it was coming soon on the website for about 2 months, it felt like. I feel like they teased it in August and then it didn't come out until October, but it's finally out. It's this beautiful, beautiful cream jumper. What is this called? This is called the Amelia pull or jumper. In ecru, I got a size medium. I think it said to go with your smaller size if you're in between, and it definitely looks like it's going to be a nice, relaxed fit. So I'm pleased I went with the medium. And it has obviously the most beautiful neck detail, this gorgeous frill. To me, the thing that kind of drew me to this jumper is this looks like it could be from Chloe, in my opinion. I feel like I could totally see this on the Chloe runway or on the Chloe website for £1,000. It just has that very kind of boho vibe, and I absolutely love it. I love that the wrists come in and cuff, so you've got this really billowy, loose kind of floaty sleeve, but then you do have that detail which kind of makes it a little bit more flattering when you can see your wrists. And then obviously all of the detail is also on the back, which I love. It's got a keyhole button there. It's just beautiful. Now obviously the caveat to this one is it is mohair. It's a mohair blend, which I don't normally buy. You know, once a year I usually buy myself a mohair jumper and I usually end up regretting it. So I'm going to try this on, but I don't know. It's really hard because I love the design so much, but yeah, so it's 40% polyamide, which is on the higher end, 32% kid mohair and 28% merino wool. The last time I bought a mohair jumper from Sezane, it was the Tyres jacket in that beautiful brown pattern. And as much as I loved the look of that, it was very similar to this jumper. I loved the design. I didn't end up keeping it because of how itchy it was. So I know I probably shouldn't keep this, but it's just almost so beautiful. I don't know if I can resist it, but maybe it will look terrible on. So we'll try it on first and then we'll reevaluate. As suspected, I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's just such an interesting piece. I love this detail. I don't know if this is going to be really annoying to wear under coats and jackets. That's the only thing. Is this going to be annoying to layer? I'm not sure. I love the shape of the sleeve. Can you see that just beautiful like billowy sleeve with the tight wrist? I think that's perfect to me. I've done a little bit of a French tuck, but you can just obviously wear it out. It's quite loose, so you can see the medium is a lot looser on me than the large was in the first cardigan. So you definitely can go true to size, maybe even size down if you like a tighter fit, but I would probably just do a little bit of a French tuck and then have it kind of billowing over the top. I love it. I love all of the details. As suspected, it does have an itch to it. It's definitely not the worst one I've tried, but I always say that when I'm trying to justify keeping an item. It definitely isn't as itchy though. Maybe it's because I've just put it on and if I lived in it all day it would start to really itch. That's probably the case. But yeah, on first impressions, I give it like a 6 out of 10 on the itch scale. So I don't know. The one thing I was thinking actually though is because it is like high neck, long sleeve, you could wear like a thermal tight fitting long sleeve top under this, in which case there would be very little skin actually touching the jumper. So in terms of the design, it does allow you to do that, which not every jumper or cardigan does if they have like scooping necklines or shorter sleeves. So in that way, I could just get like a base layer to wear underneath and then it wouldn't be touching my skin. It might touch my skin a little bit on the neck, that's the only thing, which does tend to be the most irritating part, but I feel like I might have to do that because I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's such a unique piece. This is what I love Sezane for. I feel like once a collection or once a year, they bring out something that I'm like, that is just stunning. That I can't find anywhere else unless I'm spending Chloe prices. And I think this is it for me from their winter collection or autumn collection. It's just absolutely beautiful. That is everything in my Sezane order today. A little bit anticlimactic, I'm not going to lie, until we got to the last item. I knew this would save the video though. I knew this was going to be as beautiful as it looked on the website. The other items, yeah, they're okay. I like the top, the blouse is pretty. The jacket I think is a no-go and that first cardigan is definitely being sent back. That was terrible. But let me know what you thought of the pieces. Let me know whether you think I should keep this one. I know you're probably going to be screaming at me that no, I don't like mohair, so send it back. But I'm not sure if I'm going to listen to you this time, to be honest. But let me know anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything on your Sezane wish list, anything you would like to see me review as well. Would love to hear from you as always, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!